My name is Braden Dossie. I'm from Johnsboro ISD, and I'm reading Tristan Hole Punches a Hole in the Sky by Rick Riordan. Chapter 1, The Car Ride. There was a rhythm in my fist. Pop, pop. It told a story. Pop, pop. Everybody thought they knew the story. They'd seen it before. He'll get over it. It's a phase. Give him space. But they only knew fragments. They didn't want to hear the rest. Oh, you do? Well, if I told you that I went to war over my dad's best friend glowing journal, or that I battled monster big and small with powers I didn't know I had, with gods I didn't know existed, would you believe me? Nah, you wouldn't. You got your own problems. You don't want to hear about my struggles, right? Oh, you do? Well, I gotta warn you, it's a wild ride, so buckle up, champ. Let me give you some truth, and I hope it returns back to me. Tristan! They're here! Pop! Mom's shout interrupted my groove. I stopped pummeling the small punching bag Dad had installed in my room, and loosened the straps on my boxing glove with my teeth. The gloves fell on the bed, and I dropped down next to them. Eddie's journal sat on my tiny desk in the opposite corner, still glowing. Still unopened since his mother had given it to me after the funeral 2 weeks ago. My room was so small I could have reached out and grabbed the leather book. But that would mean dealing with it. And who deals with their problems? By choice. Not me. Tristan Strong! My dad yelled from down the hall. I hated that name. It made me appear to be something I'm not. My name should be Tristan Coward, or Tristan Failure, or Tristan Fake. Maybe Tristan, how could you lose your first boxing match? Anything but Tristan Strong. Mom's footsteps echoed through our tiny apartment, and the soft knocking sounded on my door. Tristan, baby, did you hear me? I cleared my throat. Yeah, I'm coming. The door opened and Mom peeked in. She was still wearing the Team Strong Teeth shirt from last night. I don't think any of us had gotten much sleep after we came back from my first bout. I stayed up nursing my pride, the only thing I really had injured. My little fan club, Dad, Mom, and my grandparents on my dad's side, had tried to cheer me up, but I could see that they were the disappointment written on everybody's faces. So I pretended to go to bed while they held whispered discussions into the wee hours of the morning. And now it was dawn. Time to get this show on the road. Mom eyes took the organized chaos of my room and crinkled. When they landed on me, she crossed the floor in 2 steps, avoiding yesterday's untouched dinner in the progress. She sat down on the mattress. It's only 4 months, she said, not even play acting that she didn't know what was wrong. I know. It'll be good for you to get away. I know. She rubbed my head, then pulled me into a hug. The grief counselor said it would be good to get a change of scenery, some fresh air, work around the farm. Who knows? Maybe you'll find out who you were meant to work the land. I shrugged. The only thing I was sure of was that I wasn't meant to be a boxer, despite what Dad and Granddad thought. I pulled free of Mom's hug, stood, grabbed my duffel bag, and headed out the start of my month of exile. Aren't you forgetting something? Mom asked. I turned and she held out Eddie's journal to me. Her hand and wrist were bathed in emerald green glow that was coming from the cover. But like everyone else, I'd shown the journal to her. She didn't notice any strange light. Mom mistook my confused frown for the apprehension as she slipped the book into my bag. He wanted you to have it, Tristan. I know it's rough, but try to read it when you can, okay? I didn't trust myself to speak, so I nodded and headed to the front door. The discussion to ship me to Granddad and Nana Strong's farm down in Alabama had been made without my input. Typical. My parents had talked about it for a few times before, But after Eddie's death, my third school fight in the final 2 weeks before summer break, well, I guess the time was right. At least I held on to my own in the school fights, unlike in the ring last night. It was just my luck that my grandfather had been there to witness my humiliation. You outweighed the other kid by 7 pounds. Granddad had said that after the match in his glowing rasp of a voice. Set the family name back by a decade. That's me, Tristan Disappointment. And that's chapter 1 of Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky.